So this is your iceberg, and here it would be your little 10% domain, which is your conscious logical thinking domain, and then down here will be your 90% subconscious domain. This is where your past experiences and your memories and your emotions reside, right? And so let's say you want to set a goal, because this 10% logical part of the brain is the decision making part, and it's where it sets goals, right? You want to achieve something new in your life, you use this part. And so you activate your will and you tell yourself, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, for example, right? So it's a very simple task, a very achievable goal. 5 a.m. tomorrow, you set your alarm clock. Tell me, what's going to happen once the alarm rings tomorrow morning? What would you be feeling? Motivated? Unmotivated? How would you respond to this, and what would you be saying, within yourself? Well, high chance would be, if you were like me, I will be very sian, right? I'll be dragging my feet out. In fact, I will hit the snooze button first. That's the first thing I will do. That's my initial response, right? And then what will you be telling yourself? Notice and identify the self-talk. Would it be positive or negative? I'll tell you what I'll be talking to myself. I'll be saying, what in the world am I thinking about, Glenn? Why am I doing this? Who else does this in these ungodly hours, right? And if I wanted to convince myself later on, I would say something like, hey, I can start this tomorrow. So procrastination starts coming in, right? And say, hey, 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes. You're giving yourself a whole bunch of excuse, self-justifying your reasons not to wake up at 5 a.m. even though you said it by your own accord. So this is what we call self-sabotaging. Self-sabotaging effect takes place when your conscious domain is not calibrated with your subconscious domain. In fact, it's fragmented, and so it goes the other way. Notice nobody is telling you not to wake up at 5 a.m. Nobody is stopping you from achieving your goals. There's no external forces that is preventing you or making things difficult for you so as to achieve this goal. All the reasons not to achieve this goal comes from within as a self-sabotaging effect. So what has this got to do with you and your life? Well, first and foremost, it's very easy to see from this picture that the 10% of your conscious mind is not the captain of your ship. It doesn't rule your life. This subconscious part governs you, shapes who you are, and determines your destiny. So it behooves us to take notice of this and to understand that this fragmentization needs to be defragged and needs to be reintegrated as a whole. And we call this reprogramming or recalibration. Now, the simple term that practitioners outside in the public use is, reprogram your mind, as if everything can be rewired and then you're back on track. But it's more than that, because there are certain areas and facets of your past experiences of life that actually prevents that from happening. And remember, it's 90%. It's a lot of stuff going on that you're not even aware of that is preventing you from getting your results.